How do the Mavericks go about fixing their offensive offense going forward for the rest of the season? We'll break it all down coming up next on the DLLS Mavs podcast. Welcome to the DLLS Mavs podcast, powered by Game Time and Michelob Ultra. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. And Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the NBA. Kevin Gray alongside our DLLS Mavs beat writer Ron Harrod Jr., our DLLS Mavs analyst Bobby Krell, and our national NBA insider Mark Stein. We are DLLS Mavs, your favorite guys covering your favorite team, even when they get off to a 2-5 start. How do the Mavericks fix their offensive woes going forward here? Plus, it's election day here in the state of Texas, and we got some things for you to vote on coming up in our next segment here on this tremendous Tuesday. Ron Harrod Jr., how are we?
Doing good. Made it back this morning. A little coffee, a little Travis Scott. We've made it here.
A little coffee, a little Travis Scott. Get you back from Houston safe and sound.
Yeah.
Good to have you back in studio after you spent the night in Houston watching the Mavericks take on the Rockets. Bobby Krell, what's going on?
How are you, Kevin?
I'm well on this NFL Trade Tuesday as well. It's a tremendous NFL Trade Tuesday. The Cowboys
get Breece Hall to a good team, man. Please. Please.
Please.
This is like free
Breece Hall from New York.
Fantasy football on
to really use it.
I mean, the Jets have already freed Sauce Gardner from there because he's going to the Indianapolis Colts in a blockbuster trade. So if you're an NFL fan, already some big deals going down as well. We do have our national NBA insider, Mark Stein, who's efforting to get his computer plugged up as we speak.
Hi.
Oh, God, the thing broke off, too.
I'm waiting. Taylor, I'm waiting for the beep of his computer to see if it survives.
Just leave it. That mic has gone through a lot of stuff lately. Just leave it.
Yeah, just tread lightly with the mic. We got a lot to get to on today's episode, including for our guy Mark Stein, Trivia Tuesday here on the DLLS Mavs podcast.
We're doing that before you leave.
That's right.
That's good. Much appreciated.
Mark's going to be with us for the first three segments. So he's got to get out of here because he's got some travels to get to. So we're going to have a little Trivia Tuesday before we let him go today. But let's jump into our first subject matter today because the Mavericks unfortunately lose again last night to the Houston Rockets, where they put together an offensive rating under 100 yet again as they dropped to 2-5 on the season. Day off today before they get back on the floor tomorrow to welcome in Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans in a matchup, gentlemen, of the two worst records in the Western Conference through the first 7-8 games for both teams. Now the question is, a team that has one of the worst offensive ratings in the league and one of the poorest offenses through the start of the season, Bobby Krell, are the frustrations of the Mavericks offense starting to boil over. I want to show you, boys and girls, some evidence from last night. Klay Thompson, who has continued to struggle so far this season, not thrilled as he's walking off the court. In fact, knocks over or attempts to knock over some water bottles off of a table as he's exiting Toyota Center last night. Klay clearly frustrated with the start of this season. Are those frustrations starting to boil over offensively for the Mavericks?
It appears so. I mean, they just everything is hard for them. Nothing comes easy for them. They're 30th in the league in offensive rating, and they're 29th, they're 28th, or 27th, and a lot of other stats. I mean, they're really, really, really struggling. I did have one stat to share.
Yes,
all right?
please.
So over the last 4 games, AD has missed some of those games, but Lively has missed all of them. And so the Mavs have moved to a one big lineup, which emphasizes more guard play. D'Angelo Russell, Brandon Williams are getting more time on the floor. In those 4 games, D'Angelo Russell's usage rate 27.6, Brandon Williams' usage rate 31.8. Let's rewind to last season. Kyrie Irving's usage rate 26.4, Luka's usage rate 31.9. So we got Brandon Williams and D'Angelo Russell basically being Luka and Kyrie right now. And that's not the way that you want it to be. You want Coop and you want PJ and AD and Gafford and you want these other guys, Max Christie and Najee Marshall, to get touches, to produce, to create things for themselves or for others, but they've just not been able to for whatever reason. And a lot of it has kind of reverted back to some of the things we saw last year, which is just a lot of guard play and hoping for the best. And, those guys are not as good as Luka and Kyrie. And so the Mavs offense is suffering. And, we've had some guys pop. PJ played well last night. D'Lo played well in Mexico City for the most part. Coop's had some moments, but no one is putting up consistently good stat lines right now. And the result is you have the worst offense in the league.
Are those frustrations boiling over, Ron Haraji?
It seems like it. I mean, Klay Thompson is shooting under 30% from three. I mean, this is one of the 5 to 10 best 3-point shooters of all time, and he just has not played like it. And they got him open a little bit early in the game. He made a couple of shots and then didn't make any more for the rest of the game because the shot quality was so poor. It seems like he's probably mad at his role and at his performance.
Mark Stein, they're playing a rookie at point guard who's 18 years old. This team has not been able to shoot the basketball well. Offensively, things feel like a slog at times for this offense. How do they go about starting to fix this and turn this around based off what you've seen so far?
Well, I mean, that's the problem is that the roster's not changing. They don't have – there's no real moves that are available to them as we speak. And, even Kyrie, if he were to come back, we still don't know when that's going to be. He's not going to run the team as a traditional point guard. I mean, that's I think why the mood is what it is, because it is so hard to see what is going to change. And the other thing is, there's a stack of injuries too. I mean, Derek Lively's missed more games than he's played. Cooper Flagg and Daniel Gafford are playing at less than 100%. Exum, we haven't seen for 1 second yet. And so, I mean, the issues, I mean, there's issues all over the place. And I think that might be the most discouraging aspect of this whole thing, is that I'm not, we can't sit here and say, try A, B, and C, and that's going to lead to better. I mean, it's just, this is their reality right now. And I mean, I'm not going to say silver lining because nobody wants to hear about silver linings. The last 2 games, they played really, really hard. They were competitive. I said it several times last night. All things considered, given the quality of opponent, last night was probably their best game of the season. But that's a whole lot of nothing.
The most correctable, fixable thing right now is they are dead last in the league in wide open 3-point percentage. Forget what the graphic is. It's like 26% or something. Houston, meanwhile, leads the league. They're shooting 57% on wide open threes. That is not going to stay the same.
That's unreal.
A lot of teams that are shooting better than 40% even, that's not going to stay the same. Even the very best players in the league are like 42, 43, 44%. That's like your Stephs on wide open threes. He's going to knock them down almost half the time. But the Mavs as a team cannot be sub 30. They've got to be closer to 35%. And if just with that one thing, you're getting an extra 3 to 6 points per game.
Yeah, it's 26.3% was the stat by NBA University. Houston's at 57. So it's
30%. Good.
Yeah, like you can't be 30% below whoever's at the top of the league. That's just unsustainable. You're not going to win games like that. And Houston actually didn't even shoot well last night, which should be even more disappointing for the Dallas Mavericks.
But like if you think last night's game, they ended up losing by 8, but it was close. Mm-hmm. The Thunder game was very close until the end. Even the Pistons game was kind of there-ish. If you made 1 or 2 more threes throughout the game, then it could be a different result. So that is correctable. That's not going to get you from dead last to league average in offense, but that's going to at least get you maybe a win or 2 that you could have had.
And I guess for me, I want to get a better understanding, and we'll try to over the coming days, that you talked about what things can be correctable. The numbers that we've gone through at length when Brandon Williams or when D'Angelo Russell is on the floor playing at the point guard position, Cooper Flagg's efficiency gets that much better. These players are playing a lot better offensively when either D'Angelo Russell or Brandon Williams are in playing at the point guard spot. So the question I have then generally is, what's the disconnect in the idea that if all the numbers and the results that you're seeing that are that much better when D'Angelo or Brandon Williams are playing at the point guard position, why then continue to start the 18-year-old at the point guard spot when discernibly it is better looking from the eye test and from the numbers that when the two actual PGs are in there, your offense flows a lot better. And that, I think, is a massive question for not only us, but for fans who watch this team thinking they see what's happening on the floor. What is the disconnect that continues to see Cooper Flagg starting at point guard versus what is actually happening when he's not playing that and playing better off actual guards that are on the floor?
I just don't think that D'Angelo Russell is Jason Kidd's type of point guard. And what I mean by that exactly is that D'Angelo Russell is a volatile guard that can make a lot of good plays, but it's a lot of bad plays too, which is probably a reason why Russ Westbrook also was not on this team. That's not a player that they went after. The validity. Jason Kidd was a point guard that did not turn the ball over at a crazy rate. He doesn't like point guards that will do that, especially if they're not going to be an efficient player, which D'Angelo Russell has, to be fair, been a very up and down efficient player. Now, are the Mavs better with D'Angelo Russell on the floor? They are by far. But he might just not be Jason Kidd's style, and the decision to sign him might have been over his head.
Because I get the idea of, in the long term for Cooper Flagg's development, having him on the ball, be able to handle these situations will be better for his long-term growth. But I don't know how that jives for me when you say you're playing with development but also trying to win at the same time, when clearly you're much better and play better offensively when he's not playing at point guard. Like, it's almost, to me, pick one. Are you playing for development or are you playing to actually win games? Because the evidence says if you're trying to play to win games, you need to play one of those two at point guard and move Cooper Flagg off of it. If you're playing for development, then say that and continue to have him get this experience, but not put him in the positions where he's not succeeding night in and night out.
His usage rate in the fourth quarter is super duper ultra low, especially in the last few games, as D'Lo's been on the rise. So I think they are playing for wins. I think we're seeing that in crunch time. He's not on the ball. It's other guys that are on the ball taking those shots.
But last night, I do think some of it is on him. Like I think, again, maybe it's expecting too much for an 18-year-old to be like, I want it, but you got to do some of that too. Like, he got off to the good start and then didn't see the ball at all in the third quarter, and by then he was out of the game flow wise. So, last night was just such a weird one with the 30 assists and such an anemic offensive rating was very. I think you look at the box score. If you look at the box score and you think, wow, D'Angelo had 12 assists, like that sounds pretty good, but the eye test tells you something else, especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the fourth quarter turnover problems continue to persist. Arcane 24132 says you can do both, just don't start Cooper Flagg at point guard.
Here.
We've been saying quite a bit on this show. It's cool. Let the 18-year-old develop and get better night in and night out, but take him off the ball and allow the efficiency of the offense to be better when he's off the ball.
Yeah, find a way to put him in a position to either catch it on the move or catch it going right or create a switch for him so that he's being guarded by either a bigger, slower guy or a smaller, weaker guy. Like, find ways to put him in an advantageous position instead of him being the point of the spear and he's just got to figure it out. Like that, he's just not at that level. Maybe he will be in 2 months or 2 years. He just might not be that kind of guy. We have no idea.
Yeah.
But like, in the meantime, he's definitely not that guy right now.
It's not. But that's not to say he can't eventually get there or won't get there. What's best for the team, if they're talking about winning games, is maybe not starting him at point guard, but that's going to continue to be the case because Jason Kidd said that's what's going to be the case. And to the chagrin of Bobby Carella, starting lineup has not changed. That's not changed.
I'd be shocked if he doesn't start at point guard.
Stop saying that. You got to stop saying that.
Like, I just, because people in the comments still think there's like a possibility. I think we've learned, like, D'Lo had a 30-point game.
Ding dong. It's not changing.
It didn't matter.
It's not changing.
12 assists game. It's not going to matter.
It's
so
not
it's like
changing.
he's not going to start at point guard. I think
Like,
we should let it go. It's time. It's time. We can. I know we're coping.
That's what you want? D'Lo in, Klay out?
I would love to see that. Yes, I would.
You know how shocking of a
D'Lo
turn?
starting in place of Klay?
You know how shocking of a turn that is?
Oh, wow.
That is. I mean, D'Lo's on-offs are undeniably good, but that is much more, in my opinion, much more of an indictment of Klay's shooting right now and his form than of what D'Lo's doing. But he's a notorious slow starter. Let's see.
And I guess, look, I would rather have D'Angelo Russell starting at point guard. Klay can still be your 2 guard. I feel like you'll get some better offensive flow.
So who's not starting then?
Has to be somebody.
Klay.
You're not taking PJ out of the starting lineup the way he's playing.
Oh, we're voting on that soon.
Oh, yeah. We're
hitting the ballot box. Let's go.
We'll get to some.
Come on!
It's just a second. Let's take our first break here on the DLLS Mavs podcast. When we come back, in honor of Election Day here in the great state of Texas, we're going to vote on some things for you, and you're going to vote for some things when it comes to these questions. Who should start at point guard, center, and this proposition when it comes to PJ Washington. All that and more coming up next. But it's game time here on the DLLS Mavs podcast. If you love going to basketball games, football games, college football games, or just concerts or any type of event, Game Time is the place to get your tickets. With Game Time, they've got the lowest price guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. They've got also panoramic seat view, so you can pick out the perfect seat for where you want to sit for your favorite NBA team and their game. They've also got Game Time ticket coverage as well, so your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry today. So you want to take the guesswork out of buying your NBA tickets this season, you got to do it with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. Remember, terms apply. Again, create an account and you redeem code DLLS for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Mark Stein, what time is it?
Panic time?
No, Game Time. Game Time.
With over 700 5-star reviews and an average rating of 4.9, Qualys Roofing is one of the most trusted names in roofing across North Texas and Austin, too. And I know that we got people watching the show that live in Austin because we met some of y'all in Vegas. Shout out to you.
Right. Shout out to y'all.
But wherever you are, again, whether you're in North Texas or Austin, odds are you got a roof over your head. If you're a homeowner, that roof can sustain damage. Weather, wind, age, all of that stuff. Maybe it's cheap materials, whatever it is. That stuff can be damaged, but Qualys is who you need to trust. They got no pressure, no gimmicks, just honest assessments and quality works. Qualys isn't just good at roofing either. They're great at communication. You will always know where your project stands and what to expect next. This is not some fly-by-night grifter that's going to drag it on for several months without communicating. No, Qualys will be with you every step of the way. Call or go online to schedule your free roof inspection. And don't forget to ask about your free grill. That's right. If you get a roof inspection right now, you get a free shirt. And if you replace your roof, you get a Blackstone grill or a Traeger smoker on Qualys. Visit QualisGC.com or just search Qualys Roofing and Construction. That's QUALIS. Call 817-500-9008 and get started today.
Appreciate all of you hanging out with us here on the DLLS Mavs podcast today. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to DLLS Sports here as we move that much closer to 35,000 subscribers here at DLLS Sports. And you can do the same for our podcast. Just search DLLS Mavs, give it a 5-star rating, and write a review for it while you're there. That would be much appreciated. It's Election Day here in the state of Texas, so we are going to
Whiteboard Tuesday
on some issues on a Whiteboard Tuesday, Jeff Kavanaugh, here on the DLLS Mavs podcast. We want you to vote right along with this. I got a few questions and propositions for you and for my guys here on set today. As much as I would love to participate, since I'm the one asking the questions, I will.
You can vote.
Well,
candidates vote all the time.
That is very true. That is very true. I do have a whiteboard. We'll get to it.
And a marker.
And a marker. I have a green one.
And the only green marker.
You can't take the green marker and then not use it.
Good point. Good point. So let's get to it. And yes, he will get to your super chats here in a moment as well.
It was a good super chat.
It was. Trust me, we saw it. We're going to get to it. Let's start here with our Mavs election voting day questions. Question number 1, who should start at point guard? Who should start at point guard? Cooper Flagg, D'Angelo Russell, Brandon Williams, write-in candidate. who should start at point guard for your Dallas Mavericks. Give the guys about another 5-6 seconds or so. You can let us know in the chat as well, and we'll reveal it here in just a moment. Looks like Stein is efforting as I'm efforting to get this ready for myself here as well.
We should have got some paper towels.
Oh no, is he having struggles writing his down?
No, it's just how are we going to erase all this stuff?
Oh, yeah.
That.
Oh, the erasers are over here. Yeah, he's Tanner's got it. He's got it.
Okay. Never mind. We're good. Sorry, I just completely.
I want the yellow one.
You want to toss in the yellow one?
Don't give me a red one.
I love this. This is amazing.
I'll take the red one.
Do it.
All right, so we're gonna vote. We're gonna turn over our boards.
Tanner.
Shout out to you, Tanner. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
We'll turn these over in 3, 2, 1.
Oh God,
I knew Stein was gonna abstain. I knew it. Stein is abstaining. D'Angelo Russell for Bobby Carella.
for now.
D'Angelo Russell for Ron Harrod Jr. D'Lo for me as well.
Actually, I'm sticking with Flagg.
Oh, you're going to change your vote? You're going to keep it to Cooper Flagg.
I wrote abstain, but
you did.
I verbally amended it.
That doesn't count.
So why are you sticking with Cooper Flagg then, Mark Stein?
Because this thing is going so badly that I do think he is going to benefit long term from this, and I'm just not sold that starting one of the point guards available to the Mavs is going to make this magical difference that everyone expects.
Okay. We've got writing candidates such as John Morant, LeBron James.
Interesting.
Shout out to MFFL Nation who says Phil Handy.
Okay.
Can Kid activate himself?
I'm about to say because the 50-year-old point guard.
My vote was D'Lo for now until Dante Exum gets healthy, and then I'd like to see Dante get a crack.
Ooh, wow. Okay. All right.
If, not an until.
Yeah.
We've got a Dwight Powell vote at point guard.
All right.
Oh, okay.
He's inevitable. Galkajan says Jason Kidd for his writing candidate.
Charlie, no, if we want that.
Hey, Charlie, you got to relax. Hey, go enjoy that Giannis buzzer beater that he did last night. Okay?
Galkajan, frequent and prolific commenter. Are we pronouncing your name correctly? I don't like to mispronounce things.
Yeah, Gakujan.
I was on the All NBA show and I made a big thing about pronouncing names correctly, and then I mispronounced Kalkbrenner. So I do not. I want to say it right. So please help us and let us know if we are saying it correctly.
Did you say like Kalkbrenner, like he was French?
No, I left out. I went Kalkbrenner. I didn't.
Yeah, you
didn't.
I was watching that episode. Yeah, you did.
I don't like making. I don't like mispronouncing names.
Same.
El Patel 41 says Bobby.
Jim Farmer.
Let's go to question
I think I can
number
get the ball
2.
past midcourt once per game.
Maybe.
Once.
On DLLS Mavs election day. Question number 2. Who should start at shooting guard? Max Christie, Klay Thompson, write-in candidate. Let us know who you believe should be the starting 2 guard for your Dallas Mavericks as currently constructed. I don't know why this marker's giving me hell today, but it's crazy. And let us know. We'll reveal here in about 5 seconds as everyone efforts to write their answers down. All right. Another 5 seconds for everyone. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. We've got Rolando Blackman. Ro could probably give you about 10, 12 points at the shooting guard anyway. Cormac. Oh, Max Christie.
That's right.
Ron's got Cooper Flagg as your starting 2 guard.
If we want D'Lo to start at point guard, somebody has to be out of the lineup.
I'm going with Max Christie as the starting 2 guard. Why Cooper Flagg at the 2 guard?
Well, if you want the lineup if you want D'Lo in the start lineup, somebody has to come out. That would be the shooting guard. So if I voted for D'Lo as the point guard and I want the Klay Thompson to be the person that comes out, somebody has to go in.
So you want like D'Lo, Coop, PJ, AD, big
center? Yeah.
If that ever happens.
If you're talking about healthy, not including Kyrie Irving, yeah, that's what I would be the best-ish star line. If we'll talk about the other possible when we get to other votes.
Yeah, based on who's playing right now, I got to go with D'Angelo Russell as the starting point guard and Max Christie as my starting 2 guard based on what's happening right now. Christie's come out and played really well to start off.
You're benching 2
good
people.
Good segment idea, I must say. This is good.
Okay. Spencer Dinwiddie as a right-end candidate.
He's in China, right?
Oh, he's in Germany.
He's
Germany.
Germany,
Bayern
yeah.
Munich. He's in the Euro League.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably hooping.
Max Christie, you're going with Max Christie as well, Bobby Corella?
Yes.
With Max?
Mad
Okay.
Max.
And of course,
No one wants Klay to keep starting.
at this present moment, no.
We got a
Sometimes in life you have to take, you have to take 2 steps back, get 2 steps forward. I think that's something like my grandpa would tell me.
I mean, and I've been on record several times now. Klay is a ceremonial starter at this point. He only played 18 minutes last night against Houston.
18 stuff.
Yeah, the minutes are
18 stuff.
regressing game by game. All right, proposition time, boys and girls, here,
Check
as it's
cards.
DLLS Mavs election day here. Proposition PJ. PJ Washington will never come off the bench under any circumstance. Yes or no? This is Proposition PJ. PJ Washington will never come off the bench under any circumstance. Yes or no?
Shouldn't it be true or false?
No, it's propositions.
Proposition. So you either yes or no on those. So,
Doing this correctly.
I mean, it's either yes or no. All right, we reveal in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, sorry.
Stein with no false. Okay. All right. So no. Bobby says yes. Ron
That's a horribly
and I
written
both
yes,
say
that's my bad.
no. Okay. So let's start with Corella on this one.
I think he is one of the best players on their team, and I think that your best player should play the most minutes and start. And he has shame. He has pride. He leads the team in a lot of stats. He should be on the floor. I like PJ. I want him to be the starter.
He's definitely the most visibly upset at the press conference. I know fans like when players are visibly upset instead of like laughing and smiling.
That's right.
So he's the most, for vibes, he's the saddest, I would say.
He's so versatile that at some point it might make sense to bring him off the bench.
I agree.
So
also, like, he might just go cold. Like, it's not like he just will be hot for the season. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if a 2-week stretch and he just, went cold a little bit. Maybe to get himself back, he had to go to the bench for a second.
And more importantly for me, that would keep intact my PJ Washington 6 Man of the Year agenda alive. So that's why we're going no on that one. We got varying answers. No, he will come off the bench. No, he needs to come off the bench. I think it should be fluid. So there we go. She says Kid already said he was going to win 6 Man of the Year in an interview before the season. So there you go.
Huh?
Let's get to our last couple here real quick. Who should start at center for the Dallas Mavericks? Who should start at center for the Dallas Mavericks in our DLLS Mavs election day? Let us know who you believe should start at center for your Mavericks.
Well,
Is
when the
AD
two best choices are not healthy, how are we supposed to answer this question?
Best case scenario.
Ring the bell, Tanner. If healthy.
Ooh, I'm trying to think.
Best case scenario. I don't know why I wrote that letter like that. That looked awful. We'll try that again. I cannot write today. I might just have to take my arm and hands are not working. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Mark Stein says Derek Lively the second. Bobby Curl says Anthony Davis. Ron Harrod Jr. says Daniel Gafford. Oh, wow. We'll need to hear from you on that. And I go with Anthony Davis. Daniel Gafford, sir, explain
Big
yourself.
difference of opinion here.
Yeah,
I love
I
it.
love that. I love that. Well, one is we all know I am from Washington, D.C., so I've seen a ton of Daniel Gafford throughout his career.
Okay.
He's one of the best defenders in the NBA. He's an extremely hard worker. And even if he does start, he doesn't play probably more than 28 minutes a game, which means that gives room for a lot of the other guys to play. I just think he's probably the team's best center, while Anthony Davis, like, we understand is the best player on the squad. If you have 3 centers on the team, I don't know if he can start at center without kind of sacrificing the squad. So it has to be, to me,
Yeah, if
Gafford
this
or
is the
Lively.
roster construction, D-Live or Gaff has to start if healthy, if they're all healthy.
I don't think that's the case if they're all healthy, because I think the best center on this team needs to play center, which is Anthony Davis. He wants to play power forward. He wants to continue to play at that position. We know he doesn't.
I want a pony.
Well, we know that he doesn't like necessarily doing,
Anthony Davis, if healthy, if he is your starting 5, then you need to trade D-Live or Gaff for something that makes the team better.
You said it, not me. I mean,
By the way, that was an opinion.
you're talking good, Stein. You're talking good over there. Like, To me, and also with AD starting at the 5, I think everyone else falls naturally.
The
into their
audience is
positions.
actually growing since we've gone to the voting contest. So maybe we've done something
People
right here.
love exercising the right to vote.
Yes.
To me, naturally,
America.
everything falls into place at that point. D'Lo, it's your starting point guard. Christie is your starting 2 guard. Cooper Flagg is your natural small forward. PJ can play your 4 if you want him to start. And then AD plays at your 5. And then you got a tandem big man coming off the bench in Lively and Gafford that I think makes a lot of sense.
I think you close with that lineup. I think it's a very big difference between what you start and what you close with. Like Golden State back in the day would not start with Draymond at the 5, but he closes at the 5. Like you could start it. Technically, they could have started him the whole game for the 5, but they wanted to quote unquote save Draymond. But then every single time Iguodala would go into that starting lineup, and that's how they would close games.
Are there any more questions?
We're already over.
Yeah, we can save. You don't have to worry about the last one. We might say that for tomorrow or Thursday.
We got elections all the time here.
Yeah, we got them all. Thank you for voting in
First
our DLLS
whiteboard
Mavs
segment
election.
in show history for me.
That's right.
How did it feel?
You feel good?
I thought it was a good
I
gimmick.
feel like an American today.
Good gimmick.
Make sure you go out and vote. Go out and vote. Let's take our next break here on the DLLS Mavs podcast. When we come back, it's trivia time. It's Trivia Tuesday with the Krell Illustrator.
Oh, yeah.
As he takes us through some Mavs history for Stein's favorite segment on this show. We do it next.
First, the delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. We got about 5, I think, Michelob Ultras in this bucket right in front of me here on the DLLS Sports Studio. That's 1 for each of us because there's 4 of us and Tanner. We're waiting for the Mavs to record a victory in order to enjoy those delicious beers, but it is something worth playing for. You can cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. It's just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, so it's light, it is smooth, and it has that superior taste. That's why Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the NBA and the official beer sponsor of the DLLS Mavs podcast. I love enjoying one during a Mavs game. Sometimes I enjoy one after a Mavs game, but no matter when I do it responsibly. First off, that's very important. But also, I'm not feeling sluggish the next day. I'm not feeling bloated or any of that stuff. Again, it's so light, it's so smooth, and it is superior. And that is why, again, Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the NBA.
And long-term growth takes patience and commitment. Something banking and hockey hair have in common. I know I saw some of our Stars guys rocking the flow. I don't know if this counts as the flow, but
that's not a mullet.
Yeah, it's not a mullet, but I just might pull it off. So PNC Bank recognizes the value of long-term growth too, which again, my hair is growing a little bit, so we'll see what happens. It's time to see how good long-term growth looks on you. Pick up your free Dallas Stars hockey hair hat pregame at PNC Plaza. Compliments of PNC Bank. November 4th today through November the 6th at PNC's pop-up Main Street branch. No purchase necessary, 1 per person while supplies last. The PNC Financial Service Group, PNC Bank, an official partner of the Dallas Stars.
Hey!
And I do want to add real quick.
trying.
I do want to add the whole Stars crew will be there on Thursday.
They will be
on the
go.
plaza. So come say hi to Owen, Luds, and Sam.
and they will be rocking the flow.
Good job,
Good
Ron.
job, Ryan. Let's go. Let's go. First ad read in the books for our guy.
How did it feel?
It felt good. It felt good.
Did we give you a good one to start off with? Was that?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Okay, all right.
I do enjoy a good mullet.
Okay. So does Stein, actually. Let's continue here on our show today. Let's get to a couple we'll wait till the super chats at the end of the segment. Yeah, don't worry. We'll get to them at the end of the show here for sure. It's Trivia Tuesday as curated by the Krell Illustrator himself as he takes us through some Mavs history and tries to stump us on the.
All right, so this one I would say is a pretty tough one. This is a pretty tough week of Trivia Tuesday, so I hope y'all are ready for the challenge. Okay. As always, chat, feel free to play along. If you're watching on YouTube after the fact, then let us know your score, but no cheating. We don't like cheaters here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so these are all themed around the first couple games of the season, all right? If you were watching the show last night, you remember that there have been 2 teams in Mavs history that have started 2-5 that have gone on to make the playoffs. We got questions about them. We got some questions about other things, but let's start with this year's team. D'Angelo Russell leads the Mavericks this season with 30 assists. Second most on the team is someone who has 18 assists. Who is that player?
Cooper Flagg.
Brandon. No, he hasn't played it. Yeah, let's go Cooper Flagg.
I'll go PJ Washington.
Tanner's your mic on? Tanner says Flagg. All right, let's give chat a few seconds to see the guesses rolling in. We really need some like extremely dramatic
some
music.
Jeopardy music.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, make a note. Very good.
The answer is Cooper Flagg.
Woo!
He's got 18 assists. PJ Washington 17 assists, so he's right there.
Okay, so
Then Max Christie at 14, 80 at 11, and Najee at 10. Those are your assist leaders.
The
so
knife!
far. That's right. All right.
He still is the
Question number
knife.
2. That was a solid start, I would say. A solid start. Through 7 games, the Mavericks have had one 30-point score. Of course, that was D'Lo in Mexico City the other night. When was the last season that the Mavs had only one or none, but I'll give you a spoiler, the answer was one. When was the last season the Mavs had one 30-point scorer through their first 7 games?
The 2017-18 season.
That's what I was going to go with. 2017, 28.
Kat says 16-17.
2016-17. I'll roll with Cat.
16-17. Tanner? Tanner says 16.
Yeah.
Tanner's answer was yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
All right, let's give chat a few seconds. Of course, 16-17 and 17-18, the Mavs were not super good. They won 33 games and then 24 games. They did have a guy named Harrison Barnes on that team, though, that did score some points. The correct answer, folks, if you can believe it, it was the 21-22 season.
The year they went to the Western Conference Finals?
They had one 30-point game in the first 7 games that season. Lucas scored 33 against Miami in a big home loss.
Wow.
So garbage time 30 ball.
Yep.
That is
That's
a good
such
one.
a trick. I feel like that was a massive trick question.
Were you surprised by that when you saw that?
Yes. Yes, I was.
Stumped.
So 18-19, they also only had one. 17-18, they had multiple. It must have been Barnes must have had some games. Otherwise, I don't know who else could have done. I really
Some
don't.
behind hours.
By the way, I'm just curious, how many 30-point games did you want to finish it with?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Like, he didn't get it till the 7th game, and then, of course, I'm sure he went berserk after that.
All right, now let's hop in our time machine. 1985-86.
Come on, Stein.
Oh.
The Mavericks began the season 2-6, but wound up winning 44 games and making the playoffs. That was one of the only 2 times that the Mavs have started like this and gone on to make the postseason. Now, that year's Mavs team led the league in 3-point attempts per game. Can you guess within one? If you can get within one, how many did the league-leading attempters Dallas Mavericks take that season as a team per game?
375.
No,
per
sorry,
game.
per game.
Oh, that
would be a lot of
That-
375 attempts per game would be
I thought you meant for the season.
unbelievable.
I'm going to guess 4.7.
4.7, okay,
Per game.
per game.
Huh? 3-point attempts?
That's Mark's guess per game, yeah.
You're guessing they only took 4.7 3-point attempts per game?
I'm going to go with 11.
11, okay.
I'll go with 15.
15. Tanner? 7. Kat also says 7. The correct answer, Mark Stein, you know ball. 5.4.
Wow.
That was
3-point attempts per
Crazy
game.
pull. Crazy pull.
5.4 attempts.
Led the league.
Led the
He
league.
said
They were
85.
letting it rip from 3. Dale Ellis led the way
Allegedly.
at 2.4 attempts per game.
That is unreal.
He ranked 3rd in the league, or really tied for 2nd in the league that season in makes per game at 0.9. Larry
your
Bird
Jordan was
was the
drafted?
only player to make 1 per game. He led at 1.0 makes per game that season.
So we had ethical balling in the 85-86 season. Everybody just taking 2s.
They were at the free throw line, and then they were at doing other kinds of
I got
lines.
within 1 then, didn't I?
You did.
Wow.
You
pretty
nailed
good.
it, dude.
That's great.
5.4.
That's
thought
unbelievable.
like
Absolutely
10
space-age
maybe.
basketball.
You get 5 threes in 30 seconds now.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Just unreal. Wow.
All right, moving on to 2008-2009. That was the other time the Mavs have started 2-5 or worse, gone on to make the playoffs. Now, they started that season 2-7.
Ugh.
but they ended up winning 50 games and made it all the way to the second round. Now, in the first round, as the 6th seed, they upset the San Antonio Spurs, those hated San Antonio Spurs, in 5 games, 4-1. Now, in Game 3, the Mavs curb stomped the Spurs, okay? They won 88-67 in Game 3 to take a 2-1 lead in the series.
Points.
Now,
67 points.
The Spurs won. They scored 67 points, okay? Within 2 points, how many points did the Spurs have through 3 quarters in that game?
45.
45 is KG's guess.
50.
50.
Sorry, I have to bow out on that question. I had a sourcing.
Oh,
Sourcing
no.
alert. Sourcing alert.
Oh, Stein just doesn't want to besmirch Tim Duncan's.
Say it again real quick.
Besmirch.
Right.
Tim Duncan's. Spurs had 67 points at the end of Game 3 of the Western Conference first round between the Mavs and the Spurs. How many points did they have through the third quarter?
51.
Within 2. 51, okay? 48, says Tanner. Kevin Gray, you were this close to immortality. The Spurs had 42 points.
Oh, jeez.
3 quarters.
Wow.
So basically garbage time ball.
So
the
they
fourth.
exploded for 25 points in the
Yep,
fourth
they
quarter.
got
Garbage
red hot.
time ball.
The Mavs led that game 75-42 at the end of the third quarter.
Oh, that
my
was.
Gosh.
I don't think so.
Wait a minute.
Let me
Pop out?
The Mavs had 75 through 3 and only finished the game with 88.
Well, yeah, because they benched everybody.
Yeah,
So in the fourth quarter, the only starter for either team that played was JJ Barea. He played
Legend.
5 minutes.
Wow.
In that game, the Spurs had 2 players in double figures: Tony Parker with 12 and Fabricio Oberto with 10. Tim Duncan had 4 points.
Clamp.
Manu was out, Tanner. Wow. Well, you just hate to see it, don't you?
60, not even clearing 70 in a playoff game,
Nasty
and that
ball.
only being just 17 years ago is
Yeah.
literally insane. That's unbelievable.
Those were the days, man.
And people want to argue me that some of these teams could beat the Warriors in 2018. You
Like-
don't know ball.
Like teams are clearing 80 at halftime these days. It's just
Yeah, 75 through 3 is pretty low scoring.
It's
I mean,
All right.
Yeah.
Now, 1992-93, that year's Mavs team won 11 games. That is the worst record in franchise history, one of the worst records of all time. That was also the second most recent season that the Mavs finished last in offensive rating. Currently, they're last place. They also finished last the next year, 93-94, but they did heat up. They won 13 games. But the 92-93 Mavs, last in the league in offensive rating. Now, 4 qualified players, all right, that played at least 4 games, 55 games. 4 averaged at least 10 points per game for the Mavs that season. Can you name all of them or any of them?
I'm cooked. I'm cooked, fellas.
Kat says bye and walks off.
92, 93. This
Great
answer is going to piss me off.
Brandon
Who is it? Isolino didn't average 10 a game, did he?
He did not. He was close.
'Cause he was on the NBA Jam. The NBA Jam was Harp and Isolino, so I'm going to say Harp was one of them.
Derek Harper did. He averaged 18. He led the team.
92, 93. Who else was on that team?
It's a real who's who.
I'll
I'll give you one
Jamal
hint.
Mashburn.
No, Jamal Mashburn was drafted that year, later that year.
Ah.
Jim Jackson was a rookie that season, but
Jim
only
Jackson.
played 28
Yeah, he didn't
games, so he does
qualify.
not count.
Who else was on that team? Lorenzo Williams? Was it Lorenzo
Also,
Williams?
Lorenzo Williams, that's a good guess, but he did not qualify.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm cooked on this
Oh,
one.
I'm
I-
cooked.
Was Popeye? Was it Popeye?
It was not Popeye Jones.
Was he on the roster?
I don't know. Let me see. I don't think so. I think he was later.
Yeah, I think he was later also.
Oh man, this is
Kurt Nymphius now.
Lorenzo Williams was not on that team either. Popeye was not. Kurt Nymphius was long gone by then.
92,
This is a tough one.
93.
This
This
is
is
a really,
like
really tough one.
Stein's fantasy basketball glory days.
all right. Hit us with him.
All right. Derek Harper led at 18.2 points per game. Up next, Sean Rooks, 13.5 points per game. After that, starting power forward Terry Davis at 12.7 points per game. And then bringing up the rear, Doug Smith
Oh,
at
yeah.
10.4
Doug
points per
Smith.
game. Further down the list, Randy White at 9.7, Isolino at 8.7, and then our hero, Tim Legler, at 9.6
Oh wow.
points per game.
Tim Legler. Wow.
Those are your
Out the leg.
92-93 Dallas Mavericks.
Woo. That's rough.
That's a rough bunch.
11 wins.
Doug Smith and Randy White would have dominated DLS discussion if we were on in the early 90s.
That's how the model franchise fell apart.
Who they draft them over? Was it like a controversy on the draft? They like take like a great player get?
Karl Malone was one of them.
Oh.
Randy,
And it's time for a break
Randy.
on the DLLS Mavs podcast. Thank you to the Bobby Carell, the Carell Story, for taking us through some Mavs trivia. When we come back, we get to your super chats, plus to go around the association, tell you how future the bright is. How bright the future
the bright.
is.
Future's bright
for this guy and next. But first, Mark Stein, we want you to become part of our DLLS Sports family. The easiest way you can do that is to subscribe right now to DLLS Sports. We are mere dozens away from reaching 35,000 subscribers here at DLLS Sports. So make sure you hit subscribe. The next way you can do that is to scan that QR code that you see on your screen right now, or go to alldlls.com to become a diehard member. When you do, you get 20% off our events, access to our member-only Discord, get access to our premium content from our terrific team of writers, including Ron Harrod Jr. covering your Dallas Mavericks, Jeff Wilson covering your Texas Rangers, Sam Nestler and Sean Shapiro covering your Dallas Stars, and Clarence E. Hill Jr. and Ali Jawad covering your Dallas Cowboys. You also get a free t-shirt upon membership, and you have a chance to get your physical diehard card made of titanium, vibranium, and gold. Very heavy, very powerful though. Be able to show off your membership here at DLLS Sports. After you do that, you can go to store.allcitynetwork.com as well and check out our new face-off collection as we shout out the Dallas Stars with their new gear as well. A couple of brand new t-shirts that you'll want to check out for DLLS Sports. Again, our DLLS face-off collection that you can get access to by visiting store.allcitynetwork.com and check that out. Also, when you do that, you can check out our brand new newsletter. Ali Jawad curates our DLLS Sports newsletter every single day. Hits your inbox about 8:39 a.m. Looking through DFW Sports through the lens of all of us here at DLLS. Gets you caught up on the latest, including the Cowboys making a trade for a linebacker to try to help out this pathetic defense that allowed the Arizona Cardinals to score 27 points last night in a loss at home. I'm not upset. Neither will you when you subscribe to the newsletter. Make sure you check that out at alldlls.com. Let's finish up here on our show today. Shout out to all of you who are joining us on the program.
Uh-oh.
And White draft.
There's no way the mic is picking that up.
Yeah, you got to speak it.
Rand, just say it.
You can speak in.
Randy White was drafted to make up for the fact that they didn't draft the mailman. Mark Stein thinks now the 91 NBA draft, not exactly a who's who. The top of the draft was pretty good. Larry Johnson, Kenny Anderson, Billy Owens,
Larry
Dikembe
Johnson.
Mutombo, Steve Smith. At
Grandmama.
6, the Mavs took Doug Smith. Here are a lot of the players drafted right after that. At 7, Luke Longley. At 9, Stacey Ogman. 10, Bison Dele. 11, Terrell Brandon. 12, Greg Anthony. 13, Dale Davis. 16, Chris Gatling, who actually went on to join the Mavs and make an all-star team as a 6th man. How often do you see that? The 90s were weird.
Passing on Stacey Ogman is a choice because that cat was a baller. And who else did you say right before that?
Luke Longley, Greg Anthony was in there.
Woo!
Dale Davis was in there.
Some good players. Good long-time NBA players.
Yeah.
Let's finish up on our show today. Please like the video while you're here. It's very easy to do. Just click the like button and allow us to beat the algorithm. You see with the $199 pound, do we have to swap? Do we have a swap to dump Caleb Martin and Klay Thompson for Colin Sexton?
They do, but not until 2031.
Ew.
And that is not worth it to me. But thank you for the super chat.
2031.
You got to hold on to that 2031 pick with all of your might.
Gosh, 2031. Shahid with the $2 super chat. Trade Jaden Hardy and 2 first-round picks and a roster spot to sign Moses Brown.
See, you got to hang on to the pick so that you can do that, so that you can get off Hardy's deal.
So basically, trade 2 firsts just to get off Hardy's contract.
Yes.
Jeez.
Wow. Is he Paul George? I mean, it's not that bad of a contract.
Oh, I love it.
Long live Moses Brown.
I love it.
Helped out the Mavs a little bit. Lanisso with the $5 super chat. Would love to hear how each of you would bring up the poor shooting to Klay and telling him he's benched. Also telling Kid to start a true point guard.
Well, J-Kid makes a lot of money to talk to players.
Yeah.
So I'll let him handle that first part. But
yeah, if you gave me Kid's salary, then we could have the conversation.
Yeah, well, if they gave me J-Kid's salary, then I would like send Klay a text and just not talk to him about it in person. I'd just like text it to him and kind of avoid it because that's a real passive. That's how I'm a toxic avoidant person.
Okay.
As for J-Kid, there must be a reason that he's not starting D'Lo or Brandon Williams. That goes beyond just I think it's what's best for the team. There's got to be something. I don't know what it is. Hopefully, Stein or Ron, no pressure, will get to the bottom of it for us.
By the way, Ron Shahid says that was a typo. That was a second-round pick.
Well, they don't have one of those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't have one of them either. So
yeah,
there's that.
Yeah, they don't have any of those until I think 2032.
Ooh. In our dreams, they have second-round picks, though.
Well, unlike the Mavs draft future, this player is having a bright future going forward. Shout out to Shady Ray.
This ain't about a player's future. This is about our future.
This is about our future.
All right. Yes. So we're putting them on. We're putting on our Shady Rays. This segment is brought to you by Shady Rays. Head to shadyrays.com and use code DLLS at checkout for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Folks, the future is bright. The present is gloomy. All right. It's cloudy outside. Don't believe what you're seeing. It's storming. The sky is falling. Everything sucks. But I'm here to tell you it's going to turn around. It's going to turn around very, very soon.
Whoa. Is it?
It's getting shady soon.
It's going to turn around very, very soon because I'm looking at the Mavs schedule in the next 5 games.
Ooh.
I'm huffing hopium. The Mavs are going to be 500 on November 12th.
Whoa!
Because their next 5 games versus New Orleans, that's an easy win.
Okay.
At the Grizzlies, that's also an easy win.
You sure?
Second night of a back-to-back against the Wizards, that is such an easy win. November 10th against the Bucks, November 12th against the Suns, that is an easy win. The Mavs' next 5 games, they are going 4-1, baby. I am calling it now. The future is so bright. I got to wear these Shady Rays. Gentlemen, how correct am I?
Let's just say your future's bright.
As someone that has to be at these games and ask the questions, I would hope so. And to be fair, this is not a daunting part of the schedule. They kind of have to win those games. Eventually, they're going to start having to win like against teams they should be better than.
Now, the segment is not over, but I do have to take my sunglasses off for this. After that Phoenix game, 13 of their next 15 games are against teams that are currently 500 or better.
So, again, like I was saying, they have to win the games against the teams that are at least supposedly they're supposed to be better than. If they lose one of those games, like they lost that Wizards game early on, it will not look good on the back end of their schedule, as we know how they end the season. And after that, the Mavericks have to win those games. And Zion Williams is not even really playing that good. So hopefully his first, like, quote-unquote, great game is not against Dallas.
The Mavs' paint defense is going to rise to the occasion tomorrow night.
Well, Zion's not even shooting 50% on twos. Can you all believe that?
I think that this marker, I was smelling what I was writing on the ballot, and it was just emitting hopium.
I mean, I'll stay on the bright side.
Very high right now.
I like hopium.
I mean, you've got how many games? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of your next 7 games are at home. You got to take advantage of that. I mean, 13 of your first 18 games of the season are at the American Airlines Center. The idea is that you would get off to a good start and take advantage of the amount of home games that you have. They got to get going starting tomorrow, and the best way you can do that is to take on the worst team in the West.
And they're going to do it. Because the Pelicans, you want to know how many games the Pelicans have won?
0.
None. You want to know how many games the Wizards have won against teams that aren't the Mavs?
0.
None. All right? That is 2 kind of winless with an asterisk teams out of the next 3. And then the other one is the Grizzlies. That is like full-on soap opera.
They're in shambles.
Drama. Like, it is just a complete disaster. The Mavs
Moran don't have no joy anymore.
It wasn't long
like,
ago when the Mavs were the team that they were the Grim Reaper, right? When they came knocking, like your whole organization was about to. That's going to be the Mavs. Tomorrow night will be the final game Willie Green coaches. Friday night
Whoa.
will be the final game that John Morant plays for the Grizzlies.
Oh,
Saturday night will be the Wizards' reality check. It's happening, baby. It's happening. And
do the
that is
Wizards really need a reality check at this rate?
They don't probably.
It's going to happen anyway.
Oh, okay.
Keyshawn George, you're not going for 30. You're only going for 28. All
Could you
right?
imagine if that cat went for 35?
Get ready. It's not happening, Kevin, because the future is bright. Again, head to shadyrays.com and use code DLLS at checkout for 35% off your polarized sunglasses, and you can be huffing hopium just like me.
I felt pretty shady, right? That was pretty shady on the Pelican side. Or Willie Green.
Yeah, well, yeah, he getting them out of a
I
job.
didn't mean to turn that into a warning. That kind of became like threatening at the end. I wouldn't wish that.
It wasn't a threat.
We'll see about the injury report when it
prompt.
comes to the Mavericks and the Pelicans before tomorrow's game. Galkin asking, is Zion playing? Well, we know his favorite city is Dallas, so
He'll definitely be playing.
Yeah.
Loves a brisket, allegedly.
I thought you was gonna say something else.
Me too.
But you,
I was really hoping for the K sound to come before the T sound.
exactly. But you put the iskit on the end, so there it is. There it is. Let's finish up here and go around the association a little bit here on our program today, because I did not think that's what you were going to say, but we'll leave it there. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings right now, because it's kind of interesting. So the Thunder off to a 7-0 start, trying to boat race the Western Conference already through the first 7 games. They're undefeated. San Antonio 5-1. Lakers last night, no Luka, no Austin Reeves. Some dude named Nick Smith Jr. off the bench dropped 25 in a win.
Some dude.
Arkansas.
Shout out to Daniel Gafford.
Daniel
Gafford. So the Lakers win last night on the second night of a back-to-back. They're at 6-2. Nuggets 4-2. Rockets 4-2. Minnesota 4-3. Those are your top 6 teams in the West. Meanwhile, Portland, Golden State, and the Clippers and the Suns, who are at 3-4, bring up your next 4 teams. And then after that, you know what it is. They would be in what is called 14th in the West.
That's not bad.
Oof. There's only 15 teams.
Oh, it's not 30?
No. There are still 2 winless teams in the league. That would be the New Orleans Pelicans, the Mavericks' next opponent tomorrow night, and the Brooklyn Nets.
The Nets might not win a game this season.
They're
truly horrible.
It's disgusting.
It's nasty ball.
It's disgusting. In fact, they have the worst point differential, actually second worst point differential in the entire league. The only team with the worst point differential right now is the Pelicans.
They've lost, 4 games by 30? Or 3 games by 30? I don't remember.
Either way, that's disgusting.
Yeah, they're a bad team.
Well, either way, they're giving up $127 a night to their opponents. So there's that.
That is tough. Will the Mavs be last in offense after tomorrow's game? Or will they score enough to jump past someone?
I think they're 2 points.
I mean, the future's
next
bright,
guy.
so sure. They won't be. Yeah, put the shades back on.
Over the next 5 games, they're going to climb all the way into the top 20 in offense.
Whoa. Wow. That's really optimistic. Okay.
So we're hoping that, like, AD's spry.
I mean, you're hoping the AD's back. You're hoping. Look, I'm really curious. Can we play this video real quick before we go? Because Jason had something very interesting to say last night about Cooper Flagg, courtesy of a question from my guy, Ron Harrod Jr. Take a listen to this real quick.
What do you think it does for Cooper's teammates when he kind of, has a collision, gets a little bit banged up, but still finishes the game with a strong?
He's a tough kid. He's fighting, with this shoulder injury. So, but he comes out, he's ready to play. It just shows his toughness, and he's about winning.
My antennas went up when I heard that. Good question for my guy, Ron Harrod Jr., because I want to know how severe is his shoulder. Because clearly he heard it in the first 30 seconds against the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's obviously bothering him, and did so again against the Rockets last night. I want to know what the severity of the shoulder injury is. Clearly, he's not right.
Not fun to have a shoulder injury. If anybody's ever collided with a bigger player, just anybody, it's not fun. Sleeping is horrible. You have to sleep on one side of your body that you might not normally sleep on. Anytime you raise your arm, it could bother you. Injuries are not fun, everybody.
No. So they got to get that figured out pretty quickly between Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, and Cooper Flagg, what the injury situation is going to look like. The Mavericks saying that, of course, Anthony Davis and Derek Lively will be reevaluated as they have now returned to Dallas. We will see what those reevaluations look like. Yes, Galkin, 59-minute alert. Thank you so much. So we'll see. You You guys ready for our pregame show tomorrow? What time's our pregame show tomorrow, Bobby?
6:45.
Sure about that?
Yes.
You are correct. 6:45. It's our pregame show tomorrow here on DLLS Mavs. We'll get you ready for the Mavericks taking on the New Orleans Pelicans at the AAC tip-off at 7:30 p.m. So, again, pregame will begin right here on DLLS Sports at 6:45 p.m. Appreciate our National NBA Insider, Mark Stein, for joining us. He's out the rest of the week, so we'll catch up with him later on this week. Appreciate our guy Tanner making us look good and sound good as always. Thank you, sir. That's our DLLS Mavs analyst, Bobby Cole. That's our beat writer, Ron Herrod Jr. My name is Kevin Gray. We are DLLS Mavs. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 6:45 p.m., Bobby, right here on DLLS Sports. Y'all be good. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.